So I tried to make a podcast. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Consumed, the podcast where we talk about everything that consumes me, consumes us, and consumes pop culture in general. Today, we are going to be talking about life. The sad entity that is adulthood and life, really. Consumed. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me this week on Consumed. This week's topic is really hard because I think everybody has been there. I recently felt like I've been going through this quarter life crisis where I'm going to be 25 in a few weeks and I don't have my fucking shit figured out. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I know, I mean, I kind of do, but it's just so hard because we can't see the future. We don't know if that's going to completely ruin my life and turn my shit to shit, or if it's going to pan out and work out positively, you know? But basically, I think I wanted to make this or talk about this topic this week because I think everyone can relate. Whether you think you're on the right path or whether you're still figuring that out, it's hard. It's a long journey, and maybe you started on that journey when you were younger, or maybe you're starting on that journey at 25, 30, 40, 50 even. So what I feel like this is doing is allowing a platform for people to just hear somebody talk out their feelings. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to talk out my feelings. I'm just going to have pretty much a stream of consciousness, and we'll try to edit this into a usable podcast by the end of it. And part of that is just coming from trying to learn from people that I admire. So one of those people that I admire is Gary V, or Gary Vaynerchuk, who is the president and CEO of VaynerMedia. He has a YouTube channel called Gary V. He has a Facebook show called Ask Gary V. He has several books out talking about building a brand and social media marketing. And he's just overall like a pretty stand-up guy and an excellent entrepreneur, and somebody that I really look up to in terms of the way that he approaches life, the way that he attacks things. He's very unemotional when it comes to business, and I'm very emotional about everything in every aspect of my life. It's so emotional for me, and sometimes I wish I could be less emotional about things. And I'm super emotional. But another thing that he really enforces is double down on your strengths. And I think just doubling down on the fact that I'm so emotional is what I need to do to be authentic in trying to create a brand. And that's really what I'm trying to do, is trying to create a brand here with my YouTube channel, with music, with this podcast, with my Instagram, with going out and playing shows and getting experience out in the world. I'm just trying to build my brand and build my confidence and my awareness of what I want to do. And so I think really diving into the emotionalness of all of that is what I have to do. And so that's what led me to want to have to do this podcast, which is just basically like a stream of consciousness, is for nobody but myself. You know what I mean? And that's why I started my YouTube channel too, is I really wanted to use it as a vehicle to just show my personality. And hopefully if people liked my personality and just liked what I was doing, that they would gravitate towards me as a human, and then therefore gravitate towards my music or want to know a little bit something more about my music. And I think that's what I forgot, is that this was never about being a YouTuber. This was just about getting people to get to know me, you know? And that I just had an epiphany right there in and of itself. Because lately I've been stressing a lot about my YouTube channel and thinking like, oh, am I putting out the right content? Like, am I doing the right things to like get people to like me and get people to follow me and get people to subscribe to me? But that's not why I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel for people to get to know me, not for people to get to like me, and not to be someone else that people liked, but to be myself and to hope that people liked that. Wow. I just had an epiphany. This is so crazy. It's crazy because I think this is another thing why people say that you should journal, and you should like talk out or write out your feelings, is because it's not as psychotic as talking to yourself, which is essentially what a podcast is when you don't have a co-host and you don't have guests. I'm literally sitting here talking into my phone, by myself in my house. But it's crazy because I feel as if, even though I'm talking to myself, I know subconsciously that people are listening. Is that crazy? That's kind of crazy. That like, I know people are listening, even though no one is listening in this moment. They will be listening later to a pre-recorded tape in which they cannot respond to, but it's something that was intended for them to respond to, but in a delayed fashion. This is so fascinating. Why haven't I done this sooner? I'm literally like thinking through all of my thoughts in real time and just like hearing them as I say them out loud is helping me. Because when I say them all in my head, for some reason they all get jumbled together and they all feel like just the negative comes with the positive and the positive comes with the negative, and they get lost within each other. But when you say it out loud, why does it make so much more sense when you say it out loud? It's so fascinating. This is so fascinating to me. This has been 7 minutes and 25 seconds of stream of consciousness. But, okay, so for the next 2 minutes, I want to give you guys something. So what I want you to know is that 25, people are going to see this and they're going to be like, what? She's so cool. She's brave enough to like have a YouTube channel and like brave enough to like try and like make something resembling a podcast. And she's, has a cool job where she gets to like work from home and be her own boss. And which, don't get me wrong, I agree with all of those statements. I'm so thankful for all of the opportunities that I've created for myself, that I've been lucky enough to have, just being a citizen of North America and having rights where I'm allowed to have free use of the internet and free, like having a great parent that really like respects and encourages my creativity and wants me to live and grow and learn and be really free. Like, I'm so thankful for all of those things. But inside, like in my heart, does it fulfill me? And that's the only way that you can find true happiness, is if you are fulfilled inside your heart. And I think in my heart, I'm truly fulfilled. I like my job because I'm my own boss. I am getting to do something creative. I am getting to work on my own schedule, but I'm making zero money off of it. Like, honestly, in terms of like life and happiness, I think this is the happiest I've ever been career-wise and mental wise. But in terms of financials, I'm making zero money off of this at this point. Like zero money off the podcast, zero money off my YouTube channel. And that's the only thing, literally the only thing that makes me unhappy at this point in life, is that fuck. Like, I think I'm gonna go have to find a stupid part-time job working at a stupid place that I stupidly hate, where somebody's gonna have to tell me what to do just to pay my bills, which sucks. It sucks, but it's like, that's the reality. And I think as millennials, we're told that like you can do anything that you want to do, which yes, you can, but there's always going to be a downside. And you just have to like take the bad with the good and focus on the good And I think that's what I'm realizing is I just have to take the bad with the good and just know that, like, okay, this is temporary. This is just what you have to do to get what you want. It's just part of the equation. And Gary Vee would say, and like, you just gotta fucking do it. There's parts of any job that people don't like. You just gotta fucking do it. It's just, you gotta do it. So yeah, that's the epiphany that I came to today. And I'm so glad that I did this because I've definitely come to that realization. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this topic, on quarter life crises, on crises. Yes, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on Twitter. You can hit me up at Sdtv Daniela. It's the same all across all social medias. That is Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Sdtv Daniela. Search me on there. That's SIDONIA DANIELLA. And I will see you guys next week. This has been Consumed, and I hope to hear from you very, very soon. So that was my attempt at a podcast. I know you're probably like so confused and don't know what's going on because this isn't like usually what I do for Momentum Monday videos or usually what I do on this channel at all. But to answer your question, why, Sidonia, did you decide to post a video of you doing a podcast talking to yourself for 10 minutes? It's because I've actually been listening to a lot of podcasts recently, and I think they are going to become more and more popular as time goes on. I've found so many different kinds of podcasts: motivational, comedic, question and answer, interview podcasts, ones like this where people just kind of have stream of consciousness, and I thought that they were really interesting, so I wanted to try one out for myself, and I thought it might be cool to give you guys something new and different. And like I said in the podcast, like, I just wanted to do it. Like, I'm kind of over like trying to do things like to please people. Like, I just did it because I just wanted to do it, really. That's the only reason I did it, honestly. But with that being said, if you guys want to comment below and tell me what you thought, tell me how you think I could get better. I'm really just like, I have no experience in this world of podcasting, and I'm really just like freeballing it and just trying something new just for fun. So let me know if you have any constructive criticism of how you think I can make it better. Maybe if you have some topics that you think that I should focus on, let me know in the comments below. I'd really, really appreciate it. I will be posting the podcast on SoundCloud as well, so you can listen to it there, and I will share the link with you guys there. I'd like to hear your feedback and let me know what you thought of it. But regardless, I'm gonna keep doing it anyways. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, subscribe. If you don't, cool. And if you actually want to keep up with me and get notifications every time I post, make sure to hit the bell button below, and I will see you guys all in my next video. I thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Testing. I will be posting the I will be posting the podcast on SoundCloud as well, so you can listen to it there. I don't know.